What's up, guys? Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lizzie, and in case you're new, karibu na asante sana. I think I did a video on why you should love sugarcane. Sugarcane, of course, in starch inakupatia nguvu. So if I've not heard anyone saying I'm allergic to sugarcane. If you are, then I don't know, but it's very, very natural. So this thing is confusing, and I thought sasa nitatafuna mimi ama nitaongea kwanza. I thought we should just talk it out slowly by slowly. Because the last time I did a video, on calendar method, I think I was just starting my channel. And ile kawoga, kanini. So let me say singongea much. But my friends, and also some questions, people ask me, and it's good always to learn because after mimi na learn, I'll ask my seniors, what do you think of this? And when I'm told the answer, I get back to my people. So, calendar method. Calendar method is a natural way of family planning. There are some people out there who say they can't do any form of hormonal or herbal family planning. Okay, back in the village, someone told me, mimi niliambiwa mizizi zangu siwezi tumia family planning. You know, I don't know, sijui nani wana to brainwash kwa ushago. I'm not trying to blame on anyone, but one lady told me, niliambiwa niko na veins zenye, but you've not consulted, you've not found out. You've not realized what is best. You've not been assessed and done for what is best for you. Maybe you tried one family planning ikakukata ukasema veins zangu zimekata. It happens, and if you are whatever, you come across this thing. So okay, tuone. So I was explaining about calendar method. If you're having a regular cycle, it will favor you. But if you're having an irregular cycle, it can mess you up. So this is how the calendar method works. I think I'm doing this for the second time. The first time was like a voice over, but let me now explain it pole pole for the sake of those who want to know about calendar method. Maybe some of you know, some of you don't. Some of you are still confused. Like one of my friends, she's like, please explain to me how it works. How do you calculate these days? How do you know you are safe, you are unsafe? This is how calendar method works. We are starting with day one. Day one, let's assume today is December 1st, but of course today is December 4th. But I'll go December 1st for me to make it easier. I think inaonekana kidogo. So this is first. To calculate the calendar method, to use the calendar method, we'll start counting from here first. 14 days. So for example, period zako zimekuja tarehe moja hapa. Tuanza tarehe moja, 2, 3, 4. Some have cycle of 4 days, some have cycle of 3 days, some 5 days, some 1 week. It is normal. So it depends with your hormones and the blood flow and everything. So tuanze day 1 hapa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. By next week, but 1, that is okay. Today is on first. I'm trying to assume today is on the first. So by 14th on Tuesday, that is when you're ovulating. But now here's the thing. On 14th happened ovulation day. If you are having a calendar method app on your phone, it always shows. I think I'll attach those pink how it shows. So on the 14th day, probably 2 days before and 2 days after, it is not a safe period, and you can get pregnant. Despite the fact that 14th day is when you're ovulating, when now the ovums are ready, pale. Let me use the layman's language for one to understand. This 14th day, it is when you're ovulating. But always remember, 2 days prior and 2 days after, you're not safe. Why am I saying? This 14th day, yai liko pale, you have sex. Remember, sperms are viable in the body, in the woman's body, okay, layman's language, for 72 hours before they die. Zinakwanga there for 72 hours. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But that's what I've grown up knowing. That's how I've been calculating my days, and it is working out. So, sperm zinahanga kwa mwili for 72 hours. Remember, you're having sex like 2 days prior. We may have sex for maybe 12, 13, 14. Around 14 hours, I bet. So, remember, we may have sex before the 14th day. Let's say it was on date 12. Inahanga 2 days before, 2 days after. It's always a risky phase. So don't risk between those days. Sasa hapo ukihave sex, hiyo sperm iko bado kwa mwili yako, okay, mwanamke bado uko na hizo sperms. The moment this 14th day, the egg is now being released next for the next cycle. What will happen? You get pregnant. And then the same thing happens. Hapa hili yai liko hapo ovulate, then day 15, day 16 having sex. Yai liko pale ovulation, but you had sex after that. What will happen? Fertilization will take place. So that is how tricky the calendar method works. Some people know how to use it. Some people will say nilipata ball na calendar method. When are you safe? Nilikuwa safe date 14. You had sex when I had sex on 12. You'll definitely get pregnant. Chances are, even the calendar method inakuwa imekuandikia hapo risk of getting pregnant, high risk of getting pregnant. And then on the day of ovulating itakwambia ovulating day, high chances of getting pregnant. So that is how the calendar method works. So in short, what am I trying to say? If you're ovulating here 2 days before and 2 days after, if you have the calendar method app on your phone, itakunotify. You can put an alarm between this day and this day. Oh, maybe I'm having ovulation. I'm not on any birth control pill. I'm not on any family planning. Maybe IUD, implants, or whichever injection. Just be careful, because on the ovulation day, you just can't get pregnant on the day you're ovulating. 2 days before, 2 days after. That is according to the calendar method. And you are very careful. Sperms always are in the body. Their viability is always 72 hours before. Zinakanga pale, zikikosa kupatana mayai, then they add you proteins. You start glowing. What? You start glowing. You start adding some weight. No. People say sperms are proteins. True or false? True or false? I think it's true. So avoid that day. I think I'll attach that whatever pale calendar method, just to show you those days that I'm talking about. Okay. Then you can use calendar method as well while still on other birth control pills, especially. So what happens is, when is the right time to start your birth control? The right time is when you're starting your period. This is something I was told by one of my doctor friends, and I really appreciate it, because I think I was doing it wrong. The right time to start is, for example, if you're starting Femiplan pills. Let me use Femiplan because like the easiest. Why am I even saying the easiest? Because ukitoka kutumia kama ni sindano, depo, kama ni implant, alafu unaona ni kama periods hazijarudi, tuwa tuneka. It is always advisable to put a patient on Femiplan pills to regulate hormones, to bring back the flow, like hormones zitakuwa balanced, so it will be easier for you to have your menses back, your days are okay, and then also if you want to conceive data, itakufavor. So let me just use the birth control pills because ndio najua vizuri. So when is the right time also to start? If your period zimeanza tarehe moja, still on the calendar method you're using calendar method, you feel like unataka kuanza kutumia birth control pills. Day 1, you see the hanga zimeandikwa day 1, day 2. I think I've done this for a while. Day 1, day 2, day 3. So on the first day of your period, start kutumia hiyo siku. By the time nasha 28 days, you are ikifika kwa the 28th day, kwa hizo brown pills, And brown pills, some people don't even take, they throw away, sio lazima. And some take because during the 20th day, either your circle is just around the corner ama umeanza kunyesha. So ikuangi sana va must. Lakini ukianza kutumia like the first day umeanza period zako, umeanza kumeza hizo pills, even the same applies to other family planning. Why? Because when you're on your period, it is always safe to tell you you're not pregnant. If you want to start having this birth control, whichever, it is always advisable to get a pregnancy test. Sababu mtu anaonyesha mwisho nini sikumbuke. Nataka kuweka nitakupa sindano ya 5 years, nataka kuweka nini. You have to do a pregnancy test just to ascertain that you're not pregnant. Sababu kitu kwanza inaonyesha haunyeshi. So it will be hard for me to be convinced. Maybe uko na mimba. And don't think if you're pregnant, going in for a family planning it will stop you from getting a baby. Utazaa huyo mtoto. So if you're starting your pills, anza tarehe moja. Kama ni hiyo siku ya kama ni tarehe 10, anza tarehe 10 kumeza ama udungwe hiyo siku. It is favorable enough. To some point your cycle haitakuwa affected as much unless hormonal imbalance okay with your body. Nini nasikia sija discuss na hii. Hiyo ni swali nilikuwa nimeulizwa na rafiki yangu akasema niongele. And yes, so calendar method always tells you when you are safe, when you have to expect your periods. Kama unanyesha, itakuja those dark pink shade. English. Because naitwa aje? Dark shade pink. Pink dark shade. Shade dark pink. Whichever. Kuna kwa na hiyo pink shade. That shows you are having your periods. When you're ovulating, itakuja for those dotted. The day of ovulation, it will be a very sharp dot ingine shouting kabisa. But remember some days before and after, you still have those less shaded dots. That means your chances of getting pregnant are high. I am a person. I've used a calendar method. It is working out. And if you know you can't use calendar method alone and you're sexually active, then go in for family planning. Go in for pills. Sometimes, okay, pills are good. I think pills are okay. Can advise because I've seen people bringing up minimal complaints as compared to Depo and these others. But again, it depends with how your body will react to the hormones. You see? So that is it. Chapter 4 anyway. Ukingoja kuna venye siku hivyo. Remember, on the ovulating day, some days before and some days after, 2 days before, 2 days after, you're not safe. You are not 100%. You can get pregnant. So it's not always about the 14th day. And for you to count your days, always start from the first day. Sikumanza kunyesha. Hata mimba tunaulizanga mtu, when was the first day of your last menstrual period? It's always a confusing question. If you want to calculate how old is the pregnancy, how many weeks, which trimester, and all those kind of things, unaulizanga mgonjwa the first day of your last. Kama sasa tuseme ni day 1, tuanza kusema day 1. We'll take day 1 of December 2021 and then we'll do the calculation. If pregnancy iko tuseme ilikuwa November, we'll take day 1 of November 2021 and then you do the calculation. Day add days, month add months, then you see how old the pregnancy is. Should be around 8 weeks plus or something, like because ni mwezi. No, 4 weeks plus mwezi, yes, 4 weeks and some days. That is how it works. So pia ukumbuke siku ulianza periods ilikuwa siku gani. If umekuwa na periods zako last month, it's always confusing. Mimi hata sikumbuki, and you can't blame, because even me I can't in the last month when my period started. But if you're having the calendar method, it will be so much easy for you to take your track. So I advocate you, my darling sisters, my darling sweethearts, my darling friends. If you're a brother outside, not really a brother might find it weird, but if you're a baby, tell your baby to try out on calendar method, especially kama hormones zimemkataa